Jess, well, mini marathon, you won it a few years ago. How has it been back here, this time on the stage, presenting the trophies?
God willing, it's a bit surreal. I mean, I did not imagine myself being back this soon. To be honest, I mean, I did win it, but I don't really know why I'm here. I keep saying that to Steve. I'm like, we're here with Kira, Georgia. I'm like, am I supposed to be here? But I'm having a brilliant time. Like, it's been great, like, meeting the kids, talking to them, and it is kind of such a different event to when I did it with, like, the mass participation, which is brilliant. I think the amount of kids you're going to get into the sport from that is unbelievable. It's kind of how I got into sport in, like, a similar event. So, yeah, completely different, especially being on the Saturday, but I like it a lot.
How important was the mini marathon for you and actually what it did for you?
The mini marathon, I'm not just saying this because I'm here, but was genuinely the favourite race of my, like, junior career. It was like, as an under 13, it was my breakthrough race. I'd been coming like 20th and then came third out the blue, so that was amazing. And then to come back as under 17 and win, it was like a race where I didn't expect to, and I think they mean so much more when you don't expect to at all. And then just the whole day was amazing, like, and I remember coming back from that and just being like, that was the best day of my life. Like, I'd had such a great time with my family, and I had the choice to come back a year later. I was like, I don't want to ruin the memory of what was such a good day, so I half didn't come back because of that.
And you kind of alluded to it, the mass participation element now is massive. I think 18k they're expecting this year, 50k is the target for 2030.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is that for the sport?
I mean,
running is booming at the
that's
minute.
powerful. I think, I mean, for running, but also just for, like, getting kids into physical activity. Obviously, like, it's a growing problem in the UK, and I think just the amount of kids from that race, surely, that are going to finish the race, get that adrenaline high and be like, I want to do this again, which is exactly what happened to me when I was maybe like under 13. Like, I did one race and was like, that was sick, like, sign me up. And I just think, like, especially like using PE to get them into that, I don't know whether they're going to structure, like, you know, their lessons around, like, a bit of, like, kind of teaching them, but I think it's incredible. I just think it's going to be a really, really good way to get people just into sport.
And your season so far has not been too bad. Was it 15:07? I think you ran for 5,000 metres. That's quite an early 5,000 metres on the track and quite a good time.
It was quite early. It was Dean's idea. I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. Like, it was our home track, which was really fun, but I was like, it's just too many laps. So I was like, why are we doing this? Like, you know, there's nobody in the race. I had to front run like half of it. But in the end, it was genuinely one of the best races I've ever done. I absolutely loved it. I had all my friends around me, but it is a mad time, I've got to be honest. Like, I even think about the splits now, I'm like, I just don't understand, like, how, like, in training even, I'm like, how did we do that? But I loved it. It had me knocked out for days. Like, I was pretty ill, pretty tired, but yeah, it was a brilliant race.
Like, now with New Balance, of course. I mean, how's the last year for you generally been? Has it been a bit of a blur? Because you've progressed. I mean, under 25k record as well in Britain. I mean, it's been a hell of a progression.
It's definitely, I think the last 6 months since, like, coming to uni has definitely been, like, was like much more rapid than I would have expected. I think before that I'd kind of meandered along for a good 2 years, like, kind of in and around where I was, like, having been injured, like, just building back up, and then suddenly coming to uni, like, working with Dean. Like, we've got such a great coaching relationship. It's probably a bit of banter half the time, but I love working with him. We've got a brilliant setup there. Like, it's basically got everything kind of I need to try and get to the next level. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Even just, especially the 5k, like, little things like that, like going to books, like these little, like, chips, that getting a free KPB, like, out of the blue, like, I mean, we expected that, but not quite what it was, and it's been, like, kind of like recalibrating, and kind of we have to replan the year, replan the next few years. Like, wait, what are we going to do again?
And just two more from me. Firstly, training out in Font. Is that the first time you've been to altitude at that kind of, like, level? Or?
Yeah, it's the first time I've done a proper camp. I have been before. I was in Switzerland, kind of not for long though, about a year and a half ago, but it's my first proper camp, and I just love the lifestyle. I think it's crazy. I really like the simple life, just wake up, eat, go, run, sleep, kind of go to the gym. Like, I found it amazing, and I really wanted to go for 4 weeks. I begged and begged. I was every day, every time I came to training, I was like, Dean, like, Toma's going for 4 weeks, so why can't I? And he's like, he's been before. I'm like, Holly's going for 4 weeks, she's coming back for books. Okay, and he wouldn't let me go for longer, but next year we'll go longer. And
finally for me, 2025, I mean, it could be a really special year for you. I mean, what are the big goals and ambitions and the events that you're doing?
I think, you know, we've kind of planned kind of up until the end of my under 20 career, so up until the end of the year. I know there's the Champs in Birmingham. Mission 2026 is definitely a big push. Like, all of Birmingham are, like, looking to that. How many people can we get to that? So what I kind of want to do is just kind of get that qualifying time and just throw my hat in the ring at the trials and kind of get that first experience of going to a trials as a senior and being on the senior circuit, maybe not as someone, like, very dominant at all, but being there and getting that experience, and then kind of looking ahead for, like, when you can hopefully be more competitive in kind of like 3, 4, 5 years time. But yeah, just kind of build that up a bit.
I'll leave it